And we are back for another week of shenanigans. Look, guys, I remembered to change it to the actual gameplay screen before anybody told me.
That's a first.
Yay.
It's only session like 500, and I can be taught.
Yeah, but see, Jack wasn't here to see it, so he'll never believe it actually happened.
Well, see, that's why I called it out on the stream. So when he watches the stream, which I'm sure he'll do. As you may have noticed, Jack is not here because we just said that, and Zen will not be here tonight. They're both out gallivanting around town. Yeah, that's what they're doing, gallivanting around town. But we will make do without them. Tonight we have Kai.
Hello, I just purchased a flamethrower,
This
so
definitely
I'll be
not
looking to
end
light
badly.
things on fire.
This will definitely not end badly. Kenny, who probably will end up lit on fire.
Why me? Yeah, your resident technomancer who won't be able to hack anything without mages to support him, but it's fine.
This is fine. As the world burns. And we have Clutch.
Hey, Clutch is the man with the van. Well, he's kind of a man. He's a dwarf, but, it's close enough. So, yeah, let's get this thing rolling.
Are you the metahuman with a van?
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. And that being said, so have we done anything interesting with our karma and Nuyen other than find a way to burn the world down around us?
Nope, just save it up.
Have you mounted the flamethrower to anything?
Absolutely not. It's going in my, well, I say my. It's really Clutch's van, but it's my bat cave.
So what I'm hearing is the van needs an HE missile.
Not a
Yes.
launcher, just a missile.
Yes, we're gonna play catch. You're on the receiving end.
I'm going to start making an insulated little compartment for all of his toys.
And did Kenny do anything fun?
Yeah, Kenny picked up a couple data structures now that we actually have a cool matrix contact that can hook him up with stuff like that.
Why don't you explain what those are? Because I've forgotten already and I approved it.
Data structures are Technomancer's versions of foci. Mine in particular are going to help with matrix search and matrix perception, or anything to do with resonance. I have one that adds 2 to anything that I roll resonance on. So basically like a power focus, but for technos, to do specifically techno things.
So did you find some strange person in an alley going, "Folky, folky, $5"? Oh wait, that's not how that works, is it?
Yes, we did.
Remember that this is supposed to be somewhat family friendly, right?
I said folky.
Yes, you did.
I saw it in a movie once. Isn't that an edge? That's an edge action. I saw it in a Trid one. Clutch, have you bought anything? You said you were just saving New Year?
Yep, right now just saving.
Is that so you can loan it to Zen next time he needs to rebuild Major?
No.
I feel like Clutch has important things to spend Nuyen on as well.
Probably saving for
I
a
got lots of
helicopter.
toys I need to upkeep and stuff.
Did you ever buy a helicopter?
I did not buy a helicopter yet.
Yet, he says. I heard that yet. Don't think I didn't. Well, you had an airship. I mean, you guys chose to get rid of it. Probably was a wise choice.
Yeah, what are we gonna do with the fucking? I mean, I'm sorry,
Blimp.
blimp going around.
I do not know.
You know, you
Heavily
say that.
implied that we need to get rid of it.
You say that, but I was reading Double Clutch the other day, and I saw there's a surprisingly cheap blimp that is designed as a cargo carrier. And if you put a the largest cargo container on it, you can actually fit an entire vehicle shop actually several shops inside of that cargo container, and then you can just live out of it.
Could you be like, didn't the Rescue Rangers have a flying shop? Or am I misremembering my
I,
youth?
I am sorry, I don't know what the Rescue Rangers had.
I
You
don't
don't
know
remember
anything about
Chip?
Rescue Rangers.
You don't remember Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers? What is
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
you?
no, I remember Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, but I don't remember a blimp that they had that they were doing stuff out of. But
I may very well be misremembering.
I remember on a couple of episodes they wound up in a blimp, but they never owned a blimp.
I'm probably misremembering. Those and Darkwing Duck and several others kind of blend together for me.
Tailspins.
I'm
You
old.
know, the Gadget from Rescue Rangers has a cult in Russia.
I'm surprised it's just in Russia.
The weird thing is Gadget also had a cult in the show, and they were like one of the primary antagonists. So I don't understand how people were like, that seems like a great idea.
This is our calling in real life. All right, so you guys have been doing things. We'll say some time has passed, obviously, because you didn't you submerge also, Kenny?
Yes.
So you sunk your head in the bathtub for a while to become even more one with the resonance. Did you learn anything about the foundations in the resonance realm?
I learned how to make sprites last longer and be my friend. That's what I learned.
Excellent. One would hope, since you kind of compile them from nothing. So you guys, for lack of your normal face contact, get a call from Nikki, probably because of the lack of your face contact. Who I think with him, she is persona non grata. Um, do you choose to answer?
Of course.
How do we know it's Nikki? Didn't her number get burned?
She uses a identifying code that you would recognize.
I mean, I feel like we have questions for Nikki, so yes. We should probably answer and ask questions.
All right, she says, "Hey there, I'm out of hiding for a minute. If you do this job I lined up, I might be able to stay out. You remember that shaman who blew up a building so you could escape? Apparently, he wants someone to find out what the big deal was with your original employer. I'm calling you because you probably want to hunt down the person who hung you out to dry, and also because if you take care of them, I'll feel a lot safer. The guy wants to meet up at the Sauerkraut Skillet. I hope you take the job, and not just because it could let me live longer, but also because of the generous cut he's offering me."
Cut he's offering you? What's the generous cut he's offering us?
Well, I mean, that's how fixers work. They get a cut, for it's a
Yeah,
finder's
yeah,
fee.
yeah. No, I understand, but I don't really care about your generous cut.
I I would be interested in knowing about this person who hung us out to dry, and also in knowing how you weren't related to that.
Well, I mean, you know that I was working for Vishala, and therefore you were working for Vishala.
Yes, we know that.
Do you know where Vishala is?
I do not, and I really don't want to be in the same place as her because she's probably trying to have me ended like she tried to have you ended.
Well, I mean, if I am in the same place as Vishala for any amount of time, we won't be in the same place for any amount of time.
I like what I think you're saying. I will, once you meet with Mr. Johnson, maybe I'll have some more information for you.
As cryptic as always.
Uh, as you may know, Mr. Johnson goes by the name of Guide.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he'll meet you at the Sauerkraut Skillet.
So I guess we're probably going to agree to this, but I guess later, when Jack shows back up, we'll just tell Jack that we're working for Guide and keep Nikki out of it for the time being. How's that sound?
Or just get the job done before he comes back.
I mean, that's probably the best way to do it. Anyway, to the sauerkraut skillet. I have a hankering for some bratwurst, and some sauerkraut.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. So it is a restaurant that sells all kinds of German food.
Ooh, yes.
All right. Let's go get us some grub.
Unfortunately, most of it is soy based. But the brats taste like brats, and the kraut is probably actually cabbage based.
I mean, it's
Well,
probably not terribly hard
Isn't
to get cabbage.
isn't
that's my
sauerkraut just pickled cabbage anyway?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the kraut's probably legit. The brats probably have at least flavors of brats if they're not actually brats. So yeah, guide is there. Um, this is fantastic. I don't have to deal with anything astral. I can just murder you with it, and you don't even know it's hitting you. Fantastic. I love it.
sounds good.
Yeah, but it's still gotta manifest, and then we can hit it.
yeah, details. But basically, all 20 of them can surround you first.
Yeah, it's fine.
Guide is there. He's eating and gestures you to have a seat. Order what you'd like on him. And he looks directly at Kai and says, "No weapons, only the food and drink."
Wait, they sell weapons here too?
Dang it! I was
they
planning
don't.
on getting a monofilament whip.
Nope.
I have a great place for it right next to my bed.
Between bites, he's very polite and not in a hurry. He says, "Look, I'm sure you are interested in finding out more details on who tried to kill you, or the details about who tried to kill you, why they tried to kill you, and maybe who they worked for. I am interested in that information, so I will pay you 7,500 nuyen each. I have specific information I would like to know, and anything extra I might be willing to pay a little extra for."
What kind of property damage are you looking for?
This is information gathering, so only what you find to be absolutely necessary. Your methods are your business. I just need the end results. Obviously, I don't want your methods to come back and haunt me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we find the person that tried to kill us, we're probably gonna kill him. So.
Or her.
Yeah,
If you can find them, that is your problem. I find it. I would be surprised if you're able to find them. But again, if you can, that's fantastic.
So you want us to look for a person that you don't think we're gonna be able to find, but if we do
No.
find them, you'll give us 7,500.
I want you to find information about them, and I just put it in chat. I want to know what the experiment that they were doing was intended to do, what Vishala wanted, why she betrayed you, and where she is now.
All right.
And if you can't find out the exact answers to that, as much information towards those answers as you can get. I want your best good faith effort.
Sounds good.
I mean, I feel like probably should have already been looking for Vishala, but I mean,
Even better.
getting paid to do it is probably a good thing.
So do we have an agreement, or I mean, I know the annoying one that likes to get more money out of us, out of the Johnsons, isn't here. I'm sure you guys are all much more amenable than he is.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean,
Yeah, I'll go for it.
I'll who's gonna try and negotiate? I'll do it, unless one of you are better at it.
I am definitely not better at it. In fact, guys should probably not negotiate at all.
All right then.
I could roll 9 dice at it, but I'm happy to just take 7,500 to.
Oh, you should roll dice. It's always fun to roll dice.
I only got 5 dice, so if I roll and get some hits, you can roll more, I guess.
Hell, you should pre-edge that roll.
Apparently, you get nothing.
All right, I'm gonna add 0 to my roll and see what happens.
That's
Hell,
okay.
you were one miss away from a glitch.
Yay me.
I got one
You
hit.
got one hit. You were 2 dice away from a glitch. This is a mess.
Hey, at least we're getting these rolls out early.
Yep. Influence. He's got a lot of dice.
Guy just looks
Are
at
you
us
are
and
you
goes,
ready? Are you ready? He had the
I
same
feel
dice
like
pool
I-
you did.
I feel like I was evenly matched against Guide.
He just got lucky.
You were. You just got unlucky. I mean, he just barely rolled above average. He didn't even have specialization. You do.
Yeah, 7,500 sure sounds good.
All right. I'm glad we've come to an agreement. I kind of like working with you guys when the other one's not around. We'll see if you're as effective without him. I have a feeling he's helpful.
Yeah, sometimes.
He definitely helps to keep the property damage to a minimum. But don't worry, I recently acquired an ace.
You recently acquired what?
An ace? You know, a grenade launcher?
How
Sure,
is that
when
an
the
Direct
ace?
hits the fan.
How
How
is that an
you
ace?
trump in? Card references.
Trumpet? Yeah, okay.
I don't see how that's an ace. It's not even a trump
Obviously,
card.
the bigger the gun, the more powerful it is.
I see. So you're like playing rock, paper, scissors, thermonuclear weapons.
Exactly.
I see.
But the game's rigged, so only politicians can get those.
Ah, okay. Well, isn't that what Jack is?
I should have Jack acquire a nuke for me.
Oh, great. Now I've given you ideas.
I mean, Jack definitely has a radiating personality, but
So what you're saying is I need to find someone who's willing to use Jack as fissionable material.
all right.
I think that's going off the rails a lot. So, you have dealt with Vishala and facilities that she has had connections to in the past, and people that she's had connections to. So you have information, plenty of information to get you started. So I will leave you to it. And he pays the tab and tips the wait staff generously and leaves you to it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
One of the missions that we did for Vishala was protecting that building, right?
I'm trying to remember. You're asking hard questions.
I feel like that's going to be important information, which I also can't remember.
Mission 11 was for Vishala. And Mission 15 was the one where she burned you. And I think, wasn't Mission 1? No, Mission 1 was Cat. God, am I going to have to go back through and mark who the...
Well,
Johnson
Mission
was in
11
each
was the
mission?
one that I was talking about. That's the one where we got a favor with Bunny and the Jets for letting them go. And I think we can cash that favor in to have them tell us how they got their information on the facility.
Oh, right. They were attacking that facility. Or you also had contacts with employees there as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Go ahead.
That's a different one. I was thinking that was the one where we ruined a guy's life, but that was a different mission.
And Nikki said after you were done with Guide, you should talk to her for more information.
Yeah, I guess we should call Nikki back just to get that out.
All right, so she tells you that although Vishala tried to keep it a secret, over the several months that Nikki worked with her, or for her rather, she learned from Vishala that she had worked for the PCC rather, and MCT in the past.
The PCC?
Yes. Pueblo Council. Pueblo something council.
Hmm. Is MCT currently persona non grata in Detroit? I'm trying to remember.
In Detroit? I don't know anything about Detroit. Don't ask me these things.
In Denver, I
In
think.
Denver, the only one
Is
that's
what I meant.
the only one that's not allowed to act openly currently is as technology.
Oh, okay.
They're the
That's
ones
right.
that pissed off Shadowwalker enough that, or Ghostwalker rather, enough that he chased them out officially. Obviously, you never fully get rid of the Big Ten, but
Yeah, but they're not allowed to just openly operate here.
exactly, they can't flaunt it.
I mean, if you got rid of the stuffer shacks, people would rebel.
Exactly.
So I don't know what the fact that she's worked with MCT in the past necessarily helps here. I don't have any contacts in MCT. Also, screw MCT, says the Texomancer.
Yeah, they got nothing.
You're just upset because they basically did Shadowrun Auschwitz on Technomancers.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, the facility that you were defending had MCT security, and the one that you were sent to attack that you were burned on had MCT security.
So she probably works for MCT. Get it. We should probably go find an MCT facility and see if we could jack into one of the councils or something.
I want to call Bunny and the Jets and find out who their MCT connection or information connection was.
That was 11.
Yeah, those were the ones that actually tried to sneak into the building and
Yeah, they were the ones that were not. They were trying to be non-lethal.
yeah, they were trying to do it black trench coat, not the orcs that went full pink mohawk, blew up the side of the building and then drove
Yes.
their
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
That was so crazy and I loved it.
The trauma is real. Yeah, they'll answer one of them will answer their comm link, and after a brief conversation, you'll get some surprising information. They were hired by Guide.
Oh.
Oh.
He was the Op 4 against Vishala on that mission.
Oh.
Doesn't necessarily surprise me.
Well, that's not going to really help us, though.
I will also pass along a warning that Vishala has in the past burned her runners, and that if they get contacted by her in the future, that they should let us know.
Will do. They've left town. They're working out of I don't know, Portland now.
Oh, I'll send them some of my contacts because I'm actually from Portland.
There you go.
I can help them integrate into the area.
But also, word of Vishala's activities has kind of gotten around. Burning
Good.
runners and vice versa tends to not be well like unless they give you reason to do it. So the PCC was a former boss. You know the MCT was a former boss. Guide had said if you had anything that you needed to ask him, feel free to reach out to him. Nikki said the same, though she doesn't know a whole lot. You also have you have contact information from people at the facility that you defended in Mission 11.
I'll call one of them and see if they know anything about the facility that we were supposed to attack that had the
So who are you calling?
someone who was well, I guess we didn't meet any of the scientists, did we?
No, you only dealt with the security folks.
I guess one of the mages.
And what's your approach? Knowing you guys aren't faces.
I'm gonna call Vishala and just ask her where she's at.
Oddly enough, her comm link doesn't seem to be functional anymore.
What? I got her as a contact. I figured I could just call her anytime.
Yeah, I think that contact is burned.
What? Crazy.
Kenny should probably call them because if I call them, bad things will happen.
I feel like we're not going to get Fashala to pick up by calling any of the regular lines that we have.
I think he was saying you should call the research facility person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I have one die on.
My point was,
Social
I don't
test?
think. I mean, you're welcome to try, but I don't think you're going to be particularly successful finessing.
I think we should just go into like one of the MCT facilities and get in and see if we could find Vishala on their mainframe or something.
There's more methods than hacking and there's hacking, there's threatening, there's bribing, there's facing.
You got me, who's like the break-in guy. You got Kai, who likes the muscle, and then Kenny, who's the internet guy. Our face is gone, so like talking to people is probably out of the picture. So we might as well play to our strengths and break into some place and hack the mainframe. That's our skills right now.
But you have friends. That was the point I was making.
Friends.
You saved their bacon.
Which ones?
The security guards at that facility.
Oh, that's true. But did we get any of their numbers?
I'm sure that they're like, hey, if you ever need a favor.
Oh, well, let's go talk to MCT and see if they know anything.
So I think the first thing we need to figure out, and part of this is just actually remembering because I don't remember shit.
Good players take notes.
I started taking notes and I realized I was the only one and no one was paying attention, and then I stopped, and that was like episode 2 or something.
And now nobody knows what the hell's going on because I sure as hell don't take notes.
Right, exactly. What were we actually sent in to supposedly get when we got burned? I don't remember.
We were sent to collect some kind of sample that needed to be refrigerated. They didn't go into too much detail about what it was.
They just told us it was in a cryogenic thing that we had to go in, and when we got into that room, and they told us what room it was in, when we got into the room, it was they sprung a trap. There was no cryo.
Yeah, it was never there. I remember that whatever we were going in for.
Yeah, it was legit. It was legitimately a MacGuffin.
Okay. So how the heck are we supposed to find out what she wanted?
When he says what she wanted is what she wanted overall, not that one mission. On that one mission, what she wanted was exactly what you said, to get rid of you guys. And the part of that he wants to know, and that you want to know, is why did she want to get rid of you?
Especially since the only other job we worked for was protecting that building, and we did it successfully.
No, you did something else for her.
Did we?
Yeah, it was one of you, mission 2. Your second mission was with her.
And that was.
I'm
I
looking
might
it
have
up.
notes on that one.
I got it. I'm looking it up right now.
I don't
Let's see.
think I had joined the game at that point.
Yeah, I don't think I was here yet.
That was Toward the Edge, staking out the warehouse.
Yeah, you were here, Kai, because you got pills. Kai got +1 favorite point for Rattler, Connection
Oh, yeah.
4, Weapons Dealer.
I remember that one now.
That's the one. I wasn't
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah, that was the one with the magical circle of protection inside the warehouse.
Yeah.
And the server.
Okay,
So
so
you cut through the wall and there was a I want to say a Barghest.
yeah, it was a Barghest. So both times we've worked for Bishala, we've protected servers or computer databases.
Well, this one you were grabbing the database, and the second time you were defending the research site where they were basically trying to further the research that they found on the server you recovered.
Yeah. So we need to figure out what was on that.
Wait, didn't you say you tried to copy what was on that device, Kenny? Nikki? Kenny?
No, I
Yes.
think. Did you?
I feel like
I vaguely remember something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't here, so I can't help you.
I'm not sure whether it was that one or.
Quick, somebody go watch the video. Get us another
I
video.
know.
Yeah.
Kenny did that or tried to do that on the one where we went to a different metaplane to steal
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the book.
device.
You
But I
stole the
don't
book.
know whether Kenny did that on
yeah, I don't
that one.
remember.
I don't
slept
think
since
so.
Oh no, yeah, you couldn't because the device was well secured. Then you decided to just grab it and run because it was a physical device.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the details now.
So who ran the facility we initially robbed? Because that was an MCT.
You didn't know.
Kenny, can you do a matrix search to try and look up who was running that?
I can attempt to. They might have scrubbed records by now, but I could try it.
At the time, you had done a matrix search, and I believe you had also done street level contacts, and you learned that it was basically a disposable black site that changed hands regularly. Just one of those, those sites that an anonymous warehouse that gets bought and used and then burned and then bought by somebody else and used and burned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bad guys are us.
Yeah, basically.
They lease it out to other bad guys.
And at the time, we couldn't cut through whatever red tape and BS there was to figure out who actually was using it at the time.
Correct.
Yeah, you're way more experienced now, though. You could totally do it. I believe in you.
Also, the security at the time were just a third-party, unaffiliated security company. They were pretty amateurish.
They had a Barghest, though.
Well, they didn't have a Barghest. There was a Barghest.
It just happened to be there. It wandered in before we got there.
Well, I mean, it's entirely likely that a security company that wants a job is more than happy to work in the same building as the Barghest if it's not going to eat their people. and not necessarily be the ones that put it there. And heck, the CEO might not care if it eats their people as long as it doesn't eat the CEO.
I don't know. The amount of money they have to pay out for a fatality, it's not a lot even for Shadowrun standards, but it's still a lot more than just, firing the guy.
Wait, who has to pay out for fatalities? You're thinking Dockwagon. They're just nice to their people.
That's fair.
They're nice to their people. That's why they have quality people.
That's fair.
And who says that their people actually get that 20,000 each?
That's a good question. I think Dockwagon cares more about the fact that they have to invest money into retraining.
Exactly. You're just paying for the retraining of the replacement.
So, I think we might have more luck if we try and figure out about the research facility we were defending and what exactly they were trying to research on that device. If we can, but that would require, like someone suggested, perhaps breaking in and accessing servers. But if we got information on what the research was, that might be more of a lead than trying to figure out about that old warehouse that was clearly a black site and had very little details to go off of.
Yeah.
Or taking your buddy B team security guy out for a drink.
Yeah, we can do that too. Yep.
I mean, Kyle take out B Team's security guy for a drink, but Kai's probably gonna wind up telling him things.
Sounds like a beautiful plan. Do it.
All right, we're gonna ring the security team and be like, "Yo, we got a little extra do-you, and let's it was fun working with you. Let's go have a night on the town. We're gonna go paint the town."
You want to hear something funny? I just flipped to the page for that mission, and actually there was an A team and a B team. It wasn't the security guy, but it was A team and B team were the two different runner groups. But that my brain must have remembered that, and that's where I came up with B team security guy.
Sounds good. Take that guy.
So you said you were going after one of the mages. You're going to try and get one of the mages, figuring they know a little bit more or something.
No, it don't matter whichever ones.
I mean, they were all pretty great. They were all pretty grateful that you saved them from those bloodthirsty nut jobs that came in with the motorcycles.
Yeah, all of them. We can take them all out. Yeah. Let's have a night on the town.
Yeah, there you go. You catch a couple of them, take them to the pub around the corner after hours.
Yeah.
We can just go on a pub crawl,
Yeah. Accidentally run into them.
We gotta order the specialty at 18 different bars. It's a great excuse to get them totally plastered.
So Kenny, I need a matrix search from you to see if you can figure out where they tend to go after shift to have a drink. To see if you guys can even figure out where to find them.
Alrighty. Nice.
You got screwed again.
But that only took me 6 seconds. Or was it 3? I don't know.
Wait, what?
I have an interval of a major action.
I don't like that.
I love it.
So you can like data process in combat now. I think I would like to retract my approval of that.
Let me just zone out for 1 round and do like 2 full.
Exactly. I'll be with you guys in just 6 seconds. So you got screwed out of how many hits? 1. Wow, that's terrible. You only had 3 hits total.
Yay, I'm doing great. Let me try that again.
Yeah, you got another 3 seconds. You got one more hit and still ended up with the same hits.
I lost 2 on that one.
Do that one, yeah.
Yep. Let's see if you can do it again and lose 3.
That'd be funny if like the number of dice I lose from this keep going up. I should be doing the other thing, but it's more fun this way.
Well, that did it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the other thing makes it easier on me because I don't have to count because it does the counting for me.
It's
That was much better. Look, you actually got extra dice. All right, so you're at 12 hits. Yeah, you can figure out which bar it is.
They're like, oh, I wonder where the bar's at. Kenny zones out for like 10 seconds. Is like, it's this one. I mean,
Beautiful.
realistically, is it that game breaking?
What's that?
The fact that I can do it as a major action instead of
A minute or whatever.
Is it just matrix search?
all your extended matrix search tests have an interval of a major action.
No, that's not that bad. That's just like surprising. It's like the team's like, wait, that used to take you 30 minutes. You're like, yeah, now I can order our food in just a second.
I mean, at that point, you can just find whatever you're looking for.
But I mean, it does. It's probably still not practical, but it opens up the possibility that the matrix search could be a combat action.
Exactly. I mean, why would it not be practical? You've got your dice pool twice around and search. I could see times that could be beneficial.
Yeah, there's definitely cases where it could be beneficial.
Oh shit! The wing of the building we're in collapsed. Look up blueprints. Is there a way out of here?
I mean, would that be more useful way to spot someone trying to hack you?
No.
No, it's just matrix search extended tests.
It's just finding out information. It's like being able to your Google foo is on a whole nother level.
Well, I guess if you needed to, or if you were in a car chase and you needed to find a way to get to like a specific part of downtown, that'd
Exactly.
be useful.
I mean, I could find ways that I could think of ways that if you used it like in a chase or something that you could, if nothing else, use it to get edge. Especially since you're a living M-Talk now, right?
Yeah, I've been that, but
Speaking of, I put 2 edge in the M-Talk.
Oh, crap.
Oh, goody.
I forgot something.
Uh-oh. It can have 3 now.
It can have 3, but no.
Well, then I put
unfortunately,
3.
I have to roll every time now. I have to roll fade every time I use one of those things.
You get to die faster.
Why can I not click on thing? There we go.
Oh, you had me worried that I'd broken the sheet again.
It's just really hard to the tabs for complex forms and submersion, switching back and forth.
What is the fade that you're resisting?
I have to resist against 2.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Data structure. Anywho, I have an address for you now.
So if you chose to do your matrix search in 10 minutes, you wouldn't be using the data structure.
Correct.
So you could avoid the fade roll if you really cared about it.
I would also lose the dice for it. But yeah.
Right. You got to work on that dice pool for fade there, buddy.
I can resist 2 fade fairly consistently, which is why I was like, you said I could get 3, and I'm like, maybe I'll stick with 2.
I mean, I'm all about letting you kill yourself.
This way, Chuz can't get you to knock yourself out by doing a bunch of matrix searches in like record speed.
Kenny's unconscious. Oh, what was he doing? Oh, just legwork.
He was ordering pizza and it went wrong.
Yeah, for the best pizza in town.
He had a minor aneurysm because he was Googling 20 different things as fast as possible.
Went down the rabbit hole and just couldn't get back out.
Oh god, imagine if you were just like using it to doom scroll even faster.
Right.
Literal doom scrolling.
All right, so yeah, you figured out which bar that they'll be in, and I'm sure you'll recognize them because you recognize everybody because people matter.
Oh yeah, I totally remember everybody.
I mean, if we don't recognize them, they'll recognize me.
Well,
I
that's
mean-
probably very true. Oh, you with the wings.
Yeah, that
That
guy.
is correct. I do have very fabulous wings.
No, you have fabulous hair. You just have bat wings.
The wings are very smooth. They're comfortable to touch. No touching. That's for me, not for you.
But why would you even point out that it? Never mind.
We're driving there.
Why am I getting a headache?
We get there, we pile out, we're all going inside. Order some of the strong stuff.
What do they have on their mixed drinks?
What mixed drinks? This is a beer bar. Nothing else. Just tap.
Kenny
What do
ordered
they-
something fruity.
What do
There
they have
is
on
nothing
tap
fruit.
then?
They have beers and ales. And IPAs, whatever they are.
I'll take a dark beer. The darker the better.
They'll dim the lights and pour you a golden pale ale. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. I can't drink beer.
Pisswasser. That's what it is.
Pisswasser? Pisswasser.
Don't speak German, but I can speak the part that matters.
Oh, look, our face is checking in. Guess who they're working for, face?
We're working for Guide. Definitely for Guide.
Well, yeah, roundabout. The fixer, though, is Nikki. Oh, he's trying to join. Oh, I could fix that. We thought you weren't going to be here, so I locked the channel up. Because even before anybody joined, I already had one person join, just some random person. Which everybody knows, I love it when they do that.
I find it humorous.
Like the bone? Okay, it's +1 now, Ski. Hey, this may get better if you actually have a face. I thought you were doing things.
And now we wait for him to connect.
He did.
Apparently, he's doing
Can't
things.
hear me?
Now
Now we
again.
can.
Okay, I gotta switch to push to talk.
Where are you? Are you on your phone?
Tell me you're not driving.
No, I'm on my phone. I'm at the campsite.
What?
Nice.
Awesome.
I mean,
That's
we got,
dedication.
all the tents are up. The boys are over there playing cards. I'm sitting at the campfire. So
Maybe it's more.
So, do you have headphones on?
yeah,
Okay, so
I should do. Yeah, I've got my Bluetooth headset.
okay, I was worried about the PG stuff.
Nope.
So yes, you guys are working for Nikki.
Oh, good.
Your mission is trying to find out why Vishala did what she did, where Vishala is now, what she was working on, and who she was working for. And all of this is because Guide would like to know, and you would like to know.
And then we were gonna kill her.
Well, if that's possible, sure. That's not part of Guide's mission.
Oh, it's always possible.
And what our faceless runners have done is decided to try and meet up with some of the security forces you helped defend in Mission 11 at a bar after they get off work to try and schmooze with them to learn what they could tell you about Vishala and what was happening in that facility. That was the facility where you had where she had taken the server that you liberated in Mission 2 and research was being done. Remember the Bunny and the Jets that you became friendly with, and then the two crazy orcs on the motorcycles that you sent off into the Great Blue Yonder?
Yeah, we gave him a blimp.
Yeah, well, the orcs you sent riding down the highway on their bike.
That was funny.
They didn't think so.
I mean, they're alive. there was an alternative.
True. But yeah, so that's where you are. You guys were just arriving at the bar, and you're obviously you're a hero because you saved the day. Those security folks were doomed if you hadn't been there.
We know where they're hanging out, but we don't necessarily remember who they are, their names, their faces. But fortunately, we have Kai to at least attract their attention.
I rolled a 3 on a memory test. I remember any of them.
Sure. And for any viewers, and for any live viewers or VOD viewers, we may get to hear the player of Jack get eaten by a bear live on stream.
Oh, that's
There's no bears here. This is like yuppie camping.
Oh, shut up and quit ruining my fun. I can't kill Kenny. I can't listen to Jack getting eaten.
I can see downtown Charlotte from here.
I mean, some cities have bears in the city, so it could happen.
I thought you were like hiking to the campsite or something.
No, we got here hours ago.
Well, no, I mean like I thought you were like actually going somewhere to the campsite, not just like driving out of town and yep, we're here.
Oh no, yeah, we did. We hiked in, but it's like it's a ridge near Charlotte, and on the top of the ridge you can look. Charlotte's like 20 to 30 miles from here.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
but I mean, like seeing a city center from 20 to 30 miles away from a high peak isn't a hard feat.
That's true, especially at night when it's lit.
Get like
Yep.
double or triple. The dealer's like,
So hey guys, yeah, sorry I'm late. What's going on?
We can
we're
hear your
driving
camera.
down Vishala.
Yeah, we're gonna schmooze these guys, see if they can give us any information.
Okay, well I'll just hang back and keep my eyes open until I figure out what's going on.
All right.
The idea here was to actually figure out if these people know anything, try and figure out for them what the heck they were working on at that research facility, and that might clue us into what Vishala was after.
Yep. So just go roll up there and smack like 200 new yen down on the bar and say, "Shots for everybody! Keep them coming until it runs out."
I know what we should do. Drinking contest.
I like it.
This is going to cost you. So you spot the security guys. At least there's two of them.
I'm on the phone.
Looks
All
like
right.
one of the mages and one of the mundanes.
Sounds good. Hey, Bobby, or whatever your name is. I don't know.
We are picking up all of your background sound, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll fix that. Yeah, they're a loud bunch.
Yeah, that's no problem. All right, so they recognize you immediately and tell you pull up a chair. Wait, you got a new guy with you, don't you? Wait, was he with you before? Yeah, he was with you before.
Who?
Guns,
Guns?
Kai, because you shot one of the bikes out of the air.
Yeah, Kai was there.
You were all there, yeah.
He got here before I did, so.
Yeah, we had to get some better wheels.
So what brings you back around here?
Drinking contest. You win?
Sure. And the other one's like, I don't know, my wife got mad last time I came home trashed.
Then you just don't go home tonight. It's fine.
Oh, that'd be even worse. She keeps my my important parts in a jar.
Look, all you got to do is on your way home, rub your shoes in the grass, and then when you get there, you tell her, "Honey, I went out drinking." She'll take one look at you and be like, "Bullshit, you were playing golf."
What's golf?
You know, I heard it's a game people used to play. Don't understand the rules. Apparently, higher scores are worse. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's dumb. The only game worth watching or playing now is, well, I wouldn't play it, but watching is the Desert Wars.
I don't know. Urban Brawl is pretty good.
They're amateurs. Desert Wars more cool.
Yeah, but when you sit in one of those big amphitheaters and you can feel it in your bones, it's a whole nother game.
Like I could afford to do that.
I mean, if you want, I could give you some, real light side work that would give you the ability to afford it.
I might be interested. The wife might actually be impressed with that.
Well,
Not the work, but seeing the Urban Brawl game.
you guys still work as guards at that MTC facility, right?
Yeah, Mitsuhama, yeah.
I might know someone who would be willing to pay some Nuyen to know what goes on in that building. Nothing, you know, too identifying, just a general idea of what people are doing in there.
I
Could make you
mean,
some Nuyen.
I don't know. I'm not like I know much. I'm just a security guard.
So they don't need to know that. We you give me a data packet, we slap MTC informant on the title. They don't need to know whether or not you're a head scientist or a security guard.
I mean, I can make stuff up, but I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't know anything. May not know anything really useful. You looking for anything specific?
Have they moved anything out of there since the last time we were there?
Oh, everything's changed since the night you guys saved our bacon.
Oh yeah, what?
Well, the woman that ran things hasn't been around since, and all the scientists disappeared.
The woman that ran things, is that Vishala lady?
I don't know what her name was. Do you got a description?
Sure. Do I get a description?
Yeah, you got a description. You've met her.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that woman. She wasn't very nice to us. Pretty dismissive. She
She
wasn't mean, but she just like we were just furniture.
So she works for MCT, or?
I mean, she seemed to. Everybody answered yes, ma'am to her.
Do you know where she went? Like where she got reassigned?
No, no clue. She was pretty focused, though. She pushed everybody hard. She wasn't like cruel or obsessive or anything, but actually, I have been giving you bad information. The GM has been giving you bad information. That was not an MCT facility. It was just a generic research facility.
Yeah, but MCT was the security, though.
No, I gave you bad information.
Oh, okay.
They're just security guys that worked for her, or whoever.
So she still cut you up for jobs and stuff?
No, somebody else took over the facility, and we just went with the contract.
Got it.
Something that he will mention in the conversation is that he did overhear sometimes her talking on comm calls several times, like she was talking to people trying to find out information on a project that MCT was running somewhere in the Denver area. So she seemed interested in a MCT project.
Did she say what the name of the project was?
No, I never heard that.
Also, they said a lot of things moved around. Did they say all the researchers that were there working on it have moved on since then? Or
Yeah, after the hit on the facility, they all went elsewhere, and most of the research did. The mage chimes in and says, "Yeah, the experiments all went away too. I kind of was interested in some of that stuff, and was talking to some of the scientists, and I was kind of missed those guys. What they were doing was interesting."
I suppose you know any of the scientists' names.
I don't. What was that one guy's name? Oh, what was it? Sanders Sang? I don't remember his name. He was the guy. He was talking about. He said they were doing something about. It was originally like metaplanar gates or something, and then it turned into from gates to polluting astral space, and then weaponizing it.
That sounds wild.
And one of the other guys. Oh, what was his name? Harrelson. Harrelson, I think was his name. Maybe I don't know. I'm bad with names. But he was one of the technomancers. He said they were doing something where they were actually infecting hosts with dissonance, whatever that means. Sounded interesting. No, I pretended to be interesting. He was kind of cute.
Alright, then.
Dissonance, huh? Well, that is interesting.
Yeah. I got nothing. I don't even know what half this stuff is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what half this stuff is.
Can I put it in a gun?
Well, they continue that. Can Kenny take what little was spit out of names, add a few keywords, and see if he comes up with anything?
The GM will tell you that you won't because the GM just made the names up.
Gotcha.
The NPC's recollection was bad. However, in the conversation, one of the guards leans over to the other and whispers something. Would any of you like to make a perception check? Audio.
Sure. That's not
Jack
bad.
would if you could do it for me.
Oh yeah, you can't roll dice because where you are. Can one of you guys access Jack? I don't know if he's public. I don't think he is.
Well, I do not have a dice pool for this, but what the heck? Why not?
I can roll as well.
Jack is public, so if one of you guys wants to roll his perception, Jesus, for not having much of a dice pool.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to change a few things on the sheet just to help out.
On Jack's sheet, I like it.
Yeah.
Jack is going to come back and be like a street samurai. Okay, Jack unfortunately did with 2 hits. You did not hear anything, at least not intelligible. But with 4 hits, Clutch, you heard one of them early in the conversation say, "Hey, weren't we not supposed to say anything to these guys because they can't be trusted?" And the other one was like, "Oh, come on, they saved our lives. They can be trusted." So they got your back, but they were told not to.
Gotcha. But I mean, they don't really have any information anyway, so.
I mean, they've given you some information.
Sure, but I don't think it's going to be useful information for what we need. But we're gonna try it. Yeah, some of it will be.
Yeah.
Well, we can take the information on what they were trying to do, see if anywhere has had that happen to them, and then try and track it backwards.
So you know that she was trying to find out what MCT was up to, and you also remember. Excuse me. You remember the guide said if you ran into a dead end, to give him a call. Maybe he could lend information once you shared what you knew with him at that point. If you ever hit a dead end.
I mean,
Seeing
What?
how Guide isn't a mage, I wonder if Guide would have any interest in the astral planes and polluting astral space.
Did you say because Guide isn't a mage?
Yes.
And that was sarcastic, correct?
I mean, we totally know that Guide is not a mage, right?
Exactly. He is absolutely not awakened. He's mundane as mundane gets. Actually,
There you go.
guide is supposed to be a free spirit.
So yeah, I mean, we could call him up and tell him what we got.
All right, he says. So you say Vishala used to work with the PCC?
Yes.
I may be able to help with that. He says, I'll send you a message in a bit with what I can find out on that front. Maybe you should look up, try and find out who her former boss at MCT was.
That's a good idea. We'll do that. Kenny, do that thing you do with the thing and the keyboard and stuff, and look up MCT's records.
Wait, Kenny uses a keyboard? Old school.
Yeah, no, and keyboard in his head.
Yeah, I just bust out a keyboard to connect it to my, you know.
It's like an old 2020s Bluetooth keyboard that doesn't do anything, but it looks cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
It probably has the rainbow LED lights that still light up when you hit the keys.
See, I can start trying to poke through the public MCT chain of command, but trying to find a link between Vishala and MCT sounds dicey, but maybe.
You can do matrix search. I'm gonna say it's gonna take I don't know. Let's say threshold of 20.
Fair.
Now that you're super techno.
I mean, that'll take
Super
what,
techno.
like 30 minutes?
30 minutes. He'd be out of dice long before then.
Let me click the button really quick just so I can
And
get
I was gonna say I'm going to minus hits if you don't use the actual extended test mechanism.
Yeah, I want to double check what my dice pool is because I forgot.
Well, no, 'cause he's
I
gonna have to
totally,
do separate extended tests until he gets nothing but hits.
So 16 dice. That would have
Well,
been a
here's
nice
the thing.
start.
If I run overclock on this, how does that work?
I think it overclocks each roll.
But I mean, if I turn the wild die on, will it work?
Let's find out. I think it does.
Okay.
I think you just did, didn't you?
I think the sheet programmer got that working, but we'll find out, won't we? I've done so many things I can't remember what I've done. And I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm speaking facts. I had someone report a bug to me the other day. I was like, wait, that's a thing? I created a bug and didn't even remember creating the thing that had the bug. So apparently, yeah, the wild die works. It's a good start, and almost as good as the other one.
Let me just keep this going here. Oh.
So if you do I was say if you do your fade between, it'll still keep track. Fortunately, your fade dice pool doesn't fade out. Ooh, that was painful. So we're at 6 seconds now. Wow! 9 seconds. And 17 hits. 12 seconds and 19 hits. Are you going to kill yourself yet? Damn it.
I was very careful with making sure I didn't.
Holy crap.
Nice.
15 seconds for 28 hits.
Went from 19 hits to 28 in one surge.
I think that's a pretty good investment there for being speedy matrix search. So in 15 seconds, you're like, yeah, I know where her old boss lives. He's in the hub.
Wait, I don't even know who our old boss is.
I know, right?
That's what you found out. Who it was and where he lives.
His name's Bob. Bob Schneider.
Do we need to send or give Bob Schneider a good old fashioned how do you do?
Keep in
Yeah,
mind,
that
the
sounds
hub
like it.
is downtown, so it's a high security rating.
All right, let's do this.
So flamethrowers are probably going to get you in trouble just being in your vehicle.
Only if you don't have a license for them.
And that's only if they don't if you get caught too. That's
So what is your license for a flamethrower? Are you a exterminator used for taking out fire ant nests?
Look, their availability is 4L.
they're
That's
legal, man.
probably like.
He probably
like
does
the
that,
Sorry,
Does-
5L.
landscaping. It's
Yeah, he does
weed
that-
removal.
No, it's 4L.
or he does that thing where you burn the wood so it's all nice and toasty and it becomes water resistant.
I have to have it for my lumberjack job.
Yeah.
I gotta burn the brush away before I can start chopping down the trees.
Right.
Monofilament chainsaw too, right?
Yeah.
But can you sing the song?
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
All
I
right,
work
the,
all night and eight
The
all
Lone,
day.
the Lone Star agent will let you pass the security checkpoint.
All right.
Are you wearing flannel?
Yes, but since
How about
I-
women's clothing?
Since I'm off, I was gonna say I'm wearing women's clothing.
Excellent. Then you definitely passed the security checkpoint. Is that song politically correct these days?
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's still funny, but
I mean, it's still making fun of the like hyper masculine
yes,
persona of lumberjacks.
it's the hyper masculine persona of everything that's hyper masculine, and
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, you guys can find out where Bob Schneider lives.
All right,
So-
we head over there.
Oh, by the way, your tab at the bar was 500 new yen.
Oh, I already gave him 200. I guess I'll give him another.
I'll give them, or I'll spend 300. Cover the rest because I started the drinking competition.
Was anybody gonna bribe the one with the wife to get him tickets for the 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 sports ball match?
Urban Brawl.
Yeah, Urban Brawl. See, I don't even get into fake TTRPG sports.
I don't even know how much Urban Brawl costs. How much would a set of Urban Brawl tickets cost?
200 new yen. Nosebleed seats. Literal nosebleed.
I'll give him 500. Let him really treat the wife.
All right, he probably gets popcorn plus.
All right. So
Or
we get
maybe
there?
you can afford to
Say again. You broke up.
Can anyone hear Jack?
I heard him break up. Who was that gave the money to the security guard?
Kai.
So
I think Jack's connection is fading. He's too far out in the woods.
oh man, too far out, man.
So what are you gonna do with Bob Schneider?
We're gonna go visit him.
At least,
We could dress up like Girl
little-
Scouts and sell some cookies.
maybe we should do a little recon first.
That's
scout
what I
the
said.
area.
So I said we can dress up like Girl Scouts and sell them some cookies.
He lives
I
in
mean-
a what you'd expect, a middle management high-rise complex.
All right.
So
Well,
nothing particularly well defended or secured.
we always got our little jumpsuits, so you know.
Hey, look, there's a Jack in the game. I bet he's not actually there.
There's a Jack. But yeah, we can break out our heating and air conditioning jumpsuits from our one job, and then try to go in as heating and air conditioning peoples.
Tell them about the new plan that the building management has for the summer cooling and winter warming of the apartment.
Exactly. I'll give them all the mumbo jumbo.
Step 1, we're going to remove all the walls that aren't load bearing.
So that you
Going
get a
for-
nice airflow, right?
Yeah, going for a complete open air motif.
Would that be influence or con? Oh,
And then in the summer or in the winter, we'll have a gout of completely open flame just right next to the load bearing walls.
You'll have gout. You don't want to have gout. Gout's no fun.
I mean, look, it's a bourgeoisie disease in Shadowrun.
Oh, is it?
Well, because only the rich can afford meat.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't know.
It's not eating enough vegetables.
I heard a roll. What was the roll for?
I just think con plus logic to do the techno babble to the guy to try and get in as the heating and air conditioning person.
Oh, nobody really even pays attention. You're downtown. They trust anybody that's coming in as heating and air conditioning.
All right.
Well, what is your plan once you get in?
We're gonna find Bob's apartment and go knock on his door. I guess I don't know.
Oh God, you're just gonna go in and then figure it out as you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
What
always
does this plan work?
Why do we need plans? That's crazy, Jack.
if we're really lucky, he won't be home and we can just ransack his apartment.
That
Excellent.
sounds like a great idea.
And if we're not, well, you know, I've got my stun gun.
Awesome.
Suddenly it went pick Mohawk.
Yes. It's well it should. I mean,
Those
it's
are
not every
quiet,
day.
right?
They didn't try to kill us. I'm just saying. He's guilty by association. Can you drag characters to the top of the journal tab? I'm in the lobby, but I can't scroll down.
Yeah, I think he needs you to put Shadow Jack like right at the top so you could actually access it on mobile.
No, because I'm busy banning bots. Yeah, I can do that.
So yeah, I think that'd be a great idea.
You hear that, you bot bastards? I'm banning you. I know who you are.
They're definitely listening to you.
Yeah, if they're bots, do they even have ears?
No, they're chat bots.
Do they need ears to listen, though? That's the real question.
Oh, that's very deep. But yes,
They might
do.
only need a microphone to pick up your voice.
Never.
That's sad. Out of five people in chat, 2 were bots. 2 are you guys. So you're going to find where Bob is. Fortunately, Bob is single, so you don't have to worry about tormenting family.
All right, that's good. That's good. I mean, we were totally worried about that.
I know you were. I could sense the distress in your voice. It was just eating at you.
I mean, it does mean that there's less leverage.
Well, if we're high enough up, we'll have plenty of leverage.
I mean, I can always threaten to go and get the flamethrower.
Did that work for you, Jack?
Noise.
It looks like it
exactly.
did.
Nothing.
Yep, he's casting spells. Hopefully, because he's on his cell phone, that the dice roller starts killing him. Okay, so Bob Schneider, you found his apartment easily enough. What are you going to do? As Jack is mumbling and waving his hands about randomly.
By the way, Jack, there's 3 edge in the MTOC. Just a heads up.
I mean, we can either knock on the door. If nobody answers, I'll pick the lock and go inside.
You said somebody behind the door looking through the peephole, because there's peepholes. No. The little screen next to the door lights up. Who is it? What do you want?
From heating and air, we found there's a blockage in the manifold, and we need to come in here and try to unclog it.
It's 11 o'clock at night, and my apartment is not hot or cold.
Right, but the rest of the building, it's
I don't give a crap about the rest of the building.
Oh, that's not very nice, sir.
Hey, boss, is he saying he doesn't want us to remove the asbestos?
Yeah, he says he likes to breathe it in, and he's probably gonna.
That can wait till
Right,
tomorrow.
yes,
If it's gonna kill me, I've already gotten enough.
All right, well, that's fine then.
Jack's gonna use Trid Phantasm, and he will have smoke start coming out of the vents and make it smell like a nasty, awful, plasticky, burning electronic smell.
Except you would have to be able to see the area to do that.
He'll just have it. I mean, no, we can't see.
Yeah,
We're talking to them over like a.
Yeah, you're through a comm link in the door. The what do you call it? The intercom.
Can you go astral and stick your head through the door and then see it?
I could materialize in one of their other rooms, and then
You could
but
do
I would
that,
have to
yes.
be able to see.
You could do that, yes.
So yeah, Jack will go astral, check out the rooms, find like if there's an attached room that he could materialize in, and then come over so that he could Trid Phantasm. Well, no, Trid Phantasm's a physical spell. I can't cast. Yeah, I can materialize. Yeah, that's what he would do.
Okay, and then what? If he lets the guys in, or you just kind of oh, you'd have to return to your body, right?
Yeah, then it's snap
Okay,
back to
so
my
you're
body.
okay.
And the smoke and the smell would. Well, actually, no, I could sustain it. I don't have to have line of sight to sustain spells.
Correct, not for that spell. Okay, so he would resist with fewer than 6 dice, I'm sure. So he's like, oh crap, what did you guys do? Light a fire just so I'd let you fix this tonight?
No, sir. Are you experiencing technical difficulties? Because we are here and we are able to assist you.
Boss, I say we let him just cook. He said he didn't want us to fix it. We can
It's
just write in
true.
the report he died because he didn't want us to fix the fire that was
And-
clearly burning before we got here.
That's right.
I feel like
Absolutely not toxic at all, sir. I have some forms that I'd like you to sign if you want to remain.
I feel like
fumes are
Bob
guaranteed
thinks he's
non-toxic.
dealing. Bob thinks he's dealing with Larry Moe and curly air conditioning.
He is.
We're
Larry
not
Moe, Curly,
liable
and
for any
Shemp.
damages you may suffer.
He's like, he'll open the door. Come on, hurry up, fix this. I can't. This is ridiculous. Who's your supervisor? He's gonna go completely Karen on you.
All right, you can totally do that on me.
Is there a male Karen?
Ken.
Oh, but that's not my name, and I definitely go Karen on people.
I call him Kevin's.
Kevin, I'll buy Kevin.
All right, there you go.
He will stand there and watch everything you're doing. So
Alright,
once you
when
come
the
in and
toolbox
shut the door,
down, and I'm sure the guy's gonna probably stun gun him. I don't know.
I mean, once the door closes, yeah, I'll hit him on the head with my stun gun a couple of times.
are you gonna stun him or are you gonna hit him on the head?
I have the
I mean,
Yamaha Pulsar 2, so
I could try and gently just come up to him and say, did you get did you inhale any of the gas? You don't feel so good." And then I could hit him with a knockout, um, which is a touch-based stun bolt.
Whoever's doing something, feel free to roll dice.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
I'll even amp it up a couple.
I just want to say that whatever damage you do, you got to undo so that you can actually talk to him.
Well, that's just to I'm not knocking him completely out. I'm just like, you don't look so good.
Make him pass
Bam.
out. Then we're gonna tie him to a chair, and then we'll wake him up.
Yeah,
Preferably somewhere not downtown.
I can absolutely heal some damage. I can't see how many hits I got because of this stupid little phone screen.
You got 5 hits plus 2 is 7. He got 1 hit, so you did 6.
Okay.
It's like, oh wow, I really feel woozy all of a sudden.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Oh, and you took 8 hits of stun because you failed your drain roll. That's what the 8 means, right?
That's unfortunate.
I think that means
He can't see
the other guy got Jack's stun.
Oh, darn it.
Gosh.
He was kidding, Jack.
Yeah, you didn't take any. You rolled an 8. Or you rolled 8 hits, right?
Could have amped up 2 more.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
I mean, do we want to knock him out? Because I
Hey, I
can.
figured it out.
No, because then he won't answer your questions.
Yeah, we'll just have him sit down and then roll.
I would like Jack to roll a con.
Are we planning on taking him out of here and questioning him in some like decrepit building? Not
Why?
downtown?
I was just gonna do it here. That's
Okay.
great.
Just do it there. Yeah.
This is a fancy place. I'm sure the walls are soundproofed.
I want to loot his or try and find anything of value in here.
Kai's gonna look in the fridge for non-soy based food.
I'm gonna start
You're
tying him.
right.
It is alcohol.
Start tying him
We
to
can
the
take-
chair.
We can take bottles of pure real alcohol back to the bar to pay off our tab.
All right, so yeah, that's enough. That's enough to convince the guy that he's sick, not being coerced. So how are we going to approach questioning this guy?
Tell us where Vajala is, or we'll cut your balls off. Is that like a good thing we can say?
You don't have anything of value in the bedroom because I think that's where the smoke was coming out of.
You find the standard icons that you expect. There is a there's a hidden camera in the bedroom.
Oh, I'll
Hey,
bet there is.
Ronan, had you spent any of my edge? Because I was at 1 when we started.
No?
No, nobody
Okay.
spent it.
Okay.
You
Okay,
probably
just
forgot
making
to
sure.
reset it.
Yeah, I just wanted to check.
What did you call me?
Ronan. I was gonna say he called you Ronan.
Yeah, I called you Ronan. Oh yeah, sorry, Kenny.
I told
Wrong
you.
game.
It definitely doesn't get confusing. It's fine.
It's the same picture. Fix that.
I'm gonna attach a stealth tag to the hidden security camera. Just want to stealthily or like palm it into place.
But what's the camera gonna go somewhere?
No, it's so that way we can hack into it later.
I don't. That's not how stealth tags work.
Okay.
They're for tracking location, not for hacking.
Yeah. So unless
Oh.
he moves the camera, we're not gonna. It's not gonna be very useful.
Never
think
mind
You're
then.
thinking of data tabs.
Yes, I am thinking
Yeah,
of data
there's
tabs.
some newer data tabs in Hack and Slash too that are more like that.
Hack,
But I don't
hack
know,
and slash doesn't exist because if I acknowledge that it exists, I'm probably gonna have to read it and make the functionality work on the character sheet. So it doesn't exist.
You're like almost 3 or 4 books behind now.
Yep, that's a crying shame. I'm sorry, but even the core rulebook doesn't exist. So, oh well. Maybe once it becomes a compendium book, I'll support it on the character sheet. You should probably talk to people that can make these things happen.
Yeah, Sarah. Anyways,
All right. So we're gonna interrogate this guy. What? What are we doing here?
I thought you were here to fix the air conditioning.
Yeah, I know you did. It's okay.
No, that
tell
was
us
the GM saying
everything you
that.
know about secret science projects.
What? What are you talking about?
Secret science projects. We know everything you know about Vashala.
Vishala? I haven't worked with
Weaponizing astral pollution.
I haven't worked with that woman in a long time. Wait, what are you guys asking me about her for? Aren't you here to fix the AC?
No, we're here to try not to murder you.
Well, please try really hard.
We will.
Well, I
if
mean,
you tell us
we're
everything.
bad at that.
Tell us everything we
Quite
want to
honest,
know.
they're
We
bad
will
at it.
probably won't kill you. At least we'll try not to.
What is your approach here? Are you guys trying to intimidate, or what is your approach?
Kai's gonna drop something that looks valuable.
You have to
at
help
this
me
point.
help you. I don't want to just read
Alright.
read the data to you and
Okay.
end the night.
Kai, get your chainsaw out and see if you can cut off some of his limbs or something if he doesn't start talking.
Again, is this
Sure, clutches
intimidation?
Yeah, we're
Kai-
going for
Kai's
imitation.
just gonna like
Intimidation.
break something that looks valuable and be like, dang it, every time somebody doesn't answer one of my friend's questions, I get really angry and I just destroy things.
So, roll intimidation.
Which one's intimidation?
Yeah. I think that's an influence specialty.
Alright. Influence.
It depends how are you trying to logically coerce him with words
He's
into
trying
what you
to
want him to do, or
threaten
are you
him.
trying to make an emotional argument to scare him into giving you
He's
the
trying to
information?
scare him by breaking things and implying that this.
That'd be con then.
Hey, thank you for the follow. We are now 2 or 3, depending on who you
and
believe.
Charisma? Or con and what?
It's con and charisma, yeah. Well, you guys have convinced one more person to follow.
One hit.
He is. Well, I'll roll, but I don't think he's by.
He might get 0 hits.
Hey, you don't know.
Yep, he got 1 hit.
Well, that tie goes to me, right?
Nope. He's on the cusp.
I'll make him re-roll that hit.
Oh, that's just cruel. He has 0 hits.
Oh, do you believe me? Because I really will start cutting off appendages if he doesn't believe me. So, to sell it.
Hey boss, do you think his insurance will pay out if I do an arson?
I think we lost.
I think Clutch is playing the boss, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, but yeah, you could totally throw yourself in there. We kind of lost that when we. I was only the boss of the heating and air conditioning company.
Oh
You
no,
can
I
throw
actually
yourself in
think
here
you should
now.
remain. I think you should continue
Oh.
being the boss.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, regardless of chain of management, you're totally the boss.
Yeah, you are the boss. Like Bruce
Alright.
Springsteen, that's your new name.
The boss. So, yeah, is he saying anything or just anything?
He looks concerned.
All right. Well, he should be concerned. So
Yeah,
tell us
very
everything
much.
you know about Vashala.
Look,
And
I haven't worked with
that.
I haven't worked with her in quite a while.
Well, tell us what you knew when you were working with her.
She was trying to repeat some experiments that MCT had that we'd become aware of.
Which experiments?
It sounds like you already know about them. Opening portals to metaplanes and then they came about after we heard stories describing Aztechnology researching a rift in Antarctica.
And where did she go after she left MCT?
Well, I mean, things started out really well. She had some really good initial reports, and then they became just kind of full of buzzwords and not information. Like she was trying to hide something, and then eventually I picked up on the fact that she was BSing us, and by the time that happened, well, she was in the wind.
Do you have an account that you sent all of her money to? Because we'd like to.
Sent all the money to. What are you talking about?
You know, you pay people when they work for you.
Well, that's long gone. She she got cut off quick. She is not welcome in MCT.
Sure, I'm sure she is, but those old accounts we might be able to get some information off of too. You know.
I don't have that information. I mean, if you want to give me a contact number, I will see what I can do. Just don't come back here again. Look, you're going to have a hard time finding her. Our metahuman resources team couldn't find her at all the places that the AIs and technomancers predicted that she would go after, and she disappeared. So if we couldn't find her, I don't think you're going to.
Would you know somebody who could find her? Maybe that she was pals with?
Now, if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have gotten demoted, would I?
Oh, well.
Ooh, you got demoted for that? Man, that's rough.
I mean, yeah, I didn't catch it, and they blame me.
You said you
man.
figured it out.
I did
You
eventually,
should have
but
figured it out sooner.
yeah, that's what they said. I didn't see any of them catching on.
Alright.
You know how it is. They always got to blame somebody. I was the lowest somebody on the totem pole. She was below me. I couldn't blame her.
Kenny's
I'm
way to continue
surprised you didn't-
sympathizing and play good cop.
I'm surprised you didn't
Well,
try and blame it on a coworker.
she has interrupted some plans for someone we have been working for, so I would appreciate it if you did have a method of notifying her if you didn't, because it sounds like you and we both have beef with Vishala, so we're gonna go find her and pretend like this never happened, and I will cast the heal. Jack will cast the heal spell on him. I was like, and you're looking a little better now.
Oh, that was nice. Did you guys give him a number that he can contact?
Does anybody actually have a burner cam?
Yeah, we'll give it.
I mean, I've got
Yeah,
burners.
Jack's,
I was
We'll
gonna
give
say
it-
that was my
Yeah,
next
we-
question. Is it a legit number or a burner number?
Yeah.
yeah, Jack's got a burner too. So just a meta link.
All right.
Something where we could like randomly turn it on at periodic intervals in different locations not associated with where we normally are at, right? And check messages.
Sounds like a plan.
I feel like that's how that would work with a burner.
Yeah. Go somewhere out of the way, turn it on, check messages, turn it off, go somewhere else.
Or have a drone take it somewhere and then activate it.
Have the drone
Relay it.
fly
They
it
have
over a
anonymous
lake while
email.
it's on.
Well, didn't somebody do that in one of your? No, that was in one of the missions I watched Reverend running. The NPC was had a drone flying around with a comlink randomly, and that was what she was doing, was basically trying to throw off followers. All right, so what's your plan? Oh, you do get a message from Guide.
What is the message?
He's got a name of a former boss with the PCC. Unfortunately, they're in Las Vegas.
Going to
Viva
Las Vegas, boys.
Yeah, that's not too far. Let's do this. Road trip.
He also has a comlink number for that person.
Yeah, we should go see him in person. I would totally love to go to Vegas. So
We should probably just call him if
Fine.
She burned him just like she's burned everybody else. He might be willing to help us find her.
I mean, Jack can absolutely find her. He's seen her astral signature. So it depends on what her magical defenses are.
Well, one of the things we need is to find her. We also need to figure out what she wanted. If you can find her, we can just kidnap her and ask her questions in person.
That is our that's the
Goal.
plan.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So you have two
obnoxious and
knowledgeable.
notable. Yeah,
No, it's obnoxious and noticeable, spelled Know.
obnoxious and
Yes.
noticeable.
One thing to keep in mind is you have two things going there. If you call them and they're friendly, then you're going to get information out of them. If you call them and they're not friendly, you warn them that you're looking for them. If you kidnap them and they're friendly, you've turned them to not friendly. If you kidnap them and they're not friendly, well, you haven't really hurt yourself any.
Yeah. I think we should just yeah. I mean, we could always go there and ask them nicely, and then if they're not friendly, then we can go into the other butt.
I mean,
Man.
Guide was the one who gave us his contact information. As long as we tell him that we have a mutual friend in Guide, should be okay. Double check though with Guide that
We don't know this guy knows Guide.
he's.
You can ask.
We can ask Guide. What does
Sure.
Guide say?
Guide says that, I mean, he doesn't personally know the former boss, but there's no animosity. The person's willing to talk.
Jack will summon a spirit of kin. Clickety button.
I did.
Okay. It's not.
There's 3
It's not
edge in the
staying at the
M-top.
bottom.
You got
Do
1
I
net.
need it?
You're 6
Yeah,
net.
You're good.
Yeah, 6 net. So yeah, I will give the Force 5 spirit a remote task. I will give it Vishala's astral signature, ask it to search for her, and if it doesn't find it in, we'll say, 6 hours, in 1 task per hour, then it may release. If it does find her, to come back and give me her location.
And you rolled 6 on your drain.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going to tell you it's not going to be that easy.
Okay.
So are you calling or are you going to Viva Las Vegas? Just because it's a good excuse to Viva Las Vegas. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm good either way, but I'll totally start prepping the van.
I mean, why would we not go to Las Vegas if there's something?
Yeah,
interesting
like
to
that
do?
seems like something we would absolutely do.
Yes.
Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
So at the start of this episode, we all had like 50,000 new yen, but
Jack said 100.
When are you buying a helicopter that I can blow up? I mean, for easy, fast transportation?
Actually, I think I just want an RCC and about 20 drones.
You should get a helicopter and have it like Airwolf. That you like only use it for special occasions. Wait, Airwolf, they used it every week. Never mind.
Yeah, well, you know.
So I'm sorry, I faded out. Were you going to Vegas or were you making a comm call?
We're going to Vegas.
All right, Viva Las Vegas. So you go to Vegas. Yay!
Yay!
The strippers. I mean, the strip.
Yeah,
We
after
need a
the-
montage. We need a montage scene.
Yeah, after that.
Well, it is 20 after 9, but we are not far from the end. So let's. Do we want to take a break or do we want to push through?
Push through.
That's
right.
good.
So
Actually finish this? Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drugs and hookers later the next morning.
this is a fun one that lasts as long as I want it to.
We won a bunch of new yen, but then we spent it all on alcohol and
Cocaine and hookers.
yeah.
No. Of course you did.
This is like every RPG game ever. We got to the gambling, and now we're just gonna sit at the table and make money.
It's like okay, the characters all won big against all odds, and now they've retired. Campaign over. We were only two followers away from affiliate, and now the campaign's over. Thanks for watching. We'll see you never.
Hey, speak for yourselves. Kai likes shooting metahumans, so Kai will never
Oh,
retire.
so you'll just do it for fun instead of profit.
Exactly.
Or were you
I
always
mean, you
doing
gotta
it for
get
fun?
paid on principle, but yeah, basically.
Oh, on principle, I see. It's the principle that matters. So, you're going to visit the next Hefe?
Yes.
But only after spending the night on drugs and hookers. Then in the morning we'll go.
I mean,
Exactly.
I don't, without looking it up, I don't think it's a long drive, but it's long enough that you definitely, because it was late night when you got done with Bob.
Oh,
Bob
Seattle
Shaw.
to Vegas? That's
No,
12
Denver.
hours.
Denver to
to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, Denver to Vegas. Yeah.
And it was the middle of the night when you were molesting poor Bob, so you probably needed to rest.
That's definitely what we did.
So
No, we don't. We get in the van and we go to sleep, and we wake up and we're in
that
Vegas.
van is not
It's
sleeping quarters.
It's 11 hours and 25 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a long drive.
We
4
probably
hours.
should just call him then. Especially
Wait,
if
we're already
Jack's
in Vegas.
sticking spirit on the guy or on Vishala.
Yeah, but we can.
Well,
The
you
van could
also have
drive
to remember,
itself.
the van-
We could sleep in the
Yeah.
van, and the van could drive
Yeah.
itself.
Have
so-
you ever slept for 11 hours in a seat in a car? It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
Not
what you do is you
11,
get
but-
drunk and then you take sleeping pills and then you wake up at your
That's-
destination.
That's not sleeping, that's coma-ing.
I feel like we're missing an opportunity here. We should just buy a camper and then
There you go.
put beds in it.
Yeah, or we could just
Oh,
get
wait.
the cocaine and hookers
I
here
keep
that want to go to
forgetting.
Vegas.
Or for 70,000 new yen, you can get a LAV and put a cargo container under it and then have the cargo container be outfitted to be an apartment and you just fly your apartment to Las Vegas.
And here we go with the LAV again. I just remembered, you're not driving a Bulldog, you're driving a Bison 2 now, right?
Yeah, the Bison. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a van, that's a freaking RV.
it's a Ford Bison 3 actually.
Yeah,
that's
it
an
is
RV.
pretty much yeah.
It is
It's like a
huge.
Strider.
There's benches and all kinds of things in the back, so it should be fun.
All right, so
Yeah.
you make it to Vegas however you want. It's not like you're on a time limit here. So yeah, you have fun in Vegas.
Cue the road trip montage too.
Do you do anything entertaining on the road trip?
Absolutely. I draw on Kai's face when he falls asleep.
When I wake up, I discover that I have been tattooed.
Been tattooed.
Kenny reprograms all of Clutch's drones to do dumb things.
Hey, all of them, all 2 of them,
Yes, all of them.
all 2. Oh, and the gnats. That's right.
The gnats
The
start
all-powerful
flying around.
gnat.
Yeah, so there's like 11 of them because I only have 9 gnats because one got destroyed.
It got swatted, didn't it? All right, so you're in Vegas and you look up this person. What's your approach? Crickets. We hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, we're gonna go up and see if he's nice, and we're gonna, be nice to him until he doesn't want to cooperate, and then we're gonna be mean to him. That's pretty much our approach.
She
She.
will. Are you? You're gonna. You don't have an address, but you had a general location. So you call him on the comm link.
Yep.
She
Well,
will. She will agree to meet you at a public place.
All right.
Circus, and it's still a dump.
Wow. Okay then.
That place was really nice back in like the 80s. And so she'll meet you there, and she's willing to talk. What do you? It's been quite a while since I've had the pleasure of working with Vishala.
Yeah. See, we hate her. You hate her. We just need to know.
I don't
dirt.
hate her, but she has a tendency of burning bridges.
You don't say.
Yeah. Well, she tried to kill us, not just burn us. So, we're
Jack will DNI Kenny. You should probably get into this gal's comm link in case she tries to contact Bishala. Maybe this bridge isn't burned.
Okay.
So what?
And while you're in there, see if she has contact information for Bishala.
So what information are you looking for? If it doesn't violate my current loyalties, then I may be able to help you.
We want to know where she is and what she's up to.
I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's up to because it's been a couple years since I've dealt with her.
What was she doing when you dealt with her?
That I can answer. She was working with us and some government researchers on projects investigating metaplanar phenomena.
Specifically, opening gates and then causing mana ebbs and flows.
I said a couple years. It's been several months, we're going to say. No, she was put in charge of investigating some metaplanar anomalies occurring recently in Denver.
Let's see.
She was working directly with Thomas Whitefeather, who was in charge of investigating the Denver matrix anomalies.
Thomas or Nicholas?
Thomas Whitefeather.
Is there any relation to Nicholas Whitefeather?
Don't ask me questions the DM can't answer. I don't know who Thomas Whitefeather is, so.
Well, Nicholas Whitefeather is the guy who speaks for Ghostwalkers.
I believe that's actually Thomas Whitefeather. And she went dark shortly after arriving, and nobody with the PCC has been able to locate her. And I'm going to look up that name real quick.
I see.
Do you want Kenny to mess with the comlink stuff, or are you going to hand wave any of that shenaniganry?
Yeah, you can roll.
Okay. I feel like we'll be here for a couple minutes, so we'll start out with
Whitefeather is nothing to do with Ghostwalker.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Look
It's
at
Nicholas Whitebird. That's the voice of Ghostwalker.
Oh, I don't have a device. Darn it.
I lost 0 hits on that.
What? It actually worked for a change?
No, he rolled a 1, but he had no 5s or all 6s.
Like I said, it actually worked for a change.
Nice.
I'm going to use this guy just because I don't have a device. We're going to use that. I don't know what his firewall is. That is not his firewall.
I'm cool with that dice pool. We can stick with
I
that.
bet you are. He's a technomancer, so he definitely has one of those.
Who's a technomancer?
She's a technomancer?
No, I'm just using my character to give it a random dice pool. The fun thing is I was giving him a Technomancer dice pool, which would have been 16 dice. That seems kind of unfair. Maybe not. Yeah, 8 hits. That seems perfect.
Par for the course.
I'm not going to do that because there is not an official comm link that has more than potentially 3 or 4 firewall.
Well,
Unless
yeah,
you put a
'cause
personal assistant on it.
you need to have some other form of hardware if you want a firewall.
No, that's not true.
Well,
Unless you
comm
put
links,
a personal assistant,
comm
and
links.
then
So,
it had
stop. I've already said I don't have hack and slash red, so I don't use those rules. But firewall for comlinks is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. But they go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 for their DP. And if you have a DP and an F, you can switch them around. So in theory, if you've got a rating 6 comlink, you could have 3 firewall and 1 data processing. So that's what he went with for 3 hits against your 6. So you're in.
Well, I mean,
Or your probe got you 3.
yeah. So
And now it's willpower. And I'm going to say, because they're upper management, they probably have a decent willpower. So what's 4? 4's decent, yeah. Sure, that works. You're in. And actually, the rating 7 and 8 comlinks don't exist in the core rulebook, but I had to extrapolate values for them because they've been given to the Sioux Wildcat and the Sioux Wildcat Shaman, the PR10 grunts, and also one of the PR9 grunts has a rating 7. And I was told, oh, NPCs can have whatever they want. Make it up. So I extrapolated. So, yeah. Why are you re-rolling 15 dice?
I got 1 hit on a dice pool of 16 and re-rolled my misses.
Yes, but it only took 3 seconds.
now if you had 2 comm links, could you just swap the 2 1 or
No.
the 1 and the 6 from the 2 separate comm links?
No.
Would it work?
You can only,
because your persona is formed from the device.
yeah, so if you have an AS from one device and a DF from another. You can't have like your DF from 2 separate devices, for example.
But
Gotcha.
the DF is the device that forms your persona, and that's the device that takes your matrix damage if your pan gets attacked.
Yeah, basically the one that has the firewall is the one that takes the damage, but the one with the firewall is the one with the data processing as well. So far, until they change the rules on us.
Yeah.
Have they done that in Matrix or a hack and slash rather?
There's a lot of stuff in hack and slash.
I know.
But not that.
I keep reading about poor Stefan having to fix stuff that you guys all find. And I keep dreading having to fix it when I eventually finish reading.
Oh, see, I'm not really using Comlink at all.
No, but other people are.
And Genesis seems to be working pretty good. So I'm not using Comlink until it has all of the sources.
Yeah. I haven't had time to test Comlink. I've been so busy with the compendium and with keeping the character sheet as up to date as I can and making it work with the compendium that I just haven't had a chance.
I want to try
you
and
can't
build
a character. You can't build a character without double clutch because that's where attribute mastery is. So until double clutch gets into Comlink, it's just not worth using.
Yeah.
I mean, you can build a character and just not be a cheeseball.
What?
I mean,
right? I know. Blasphemy.
The edge is how you make things work. So.
You can get edge in other ways. So what were you doing with that Matrix Perception? Just seeing what was there?
yes, poking around, also keeping an eye out for any outbound calls.
There was no outbound. Were you going to give me a hash check to see if you could find any contact info for Vishala?
Sure.
This is the point where we find the picture of Vishala and the person on a site with a weird bar name in the background, and we have to track her down to the bar.
No, it's not.
But that's how it's done, man. Every
You
movie ever.
with 9 hits on it, I'm going to say that you're actually able to find a deleted contact. So you find, the echo of a contact. That's the only reference to Vishala on that comlink. There used to be a contact there, but it has been erased, and it wasn't erased recently.
I'll let Jack know. Man, I went down to the foundation in this comlink. The inform what I found.
Yeah, like Jack's tearing up a little bit. Like his little Kenny's all grown up now. He's not that awkward little technomancer he was at first. He's actually rolling some big boy dice.
I mean, you haven't gone into the resonance realms looking, so you're not doing nothing.
Let's see where we are. We found what Vishala was intending to do, or what the experiment was intending to do. We found out what Vishala wanted. I guess we kind of figured out why Vishala betrayed us, because she just burns everybody. That's just how she operates.
She either burns them or she ghosts them.
Yeah. The only thing we haven't done is figured out where Vishala is now.
I'll tell you what, says this person that I have not named, I don't believe. I'll do a little, what's the word? You give me something, I give you something. There's a word for that.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
My back.
I'll for a small fee, because I'll have to bribe some people, I'll get you her personnel records, what's left of them, and if you find out her location, I don't care who else knows about it, let me know also.
Yeah, we will absolutely tip you well for this.
I don't even need to be the first one to know.
We could just, capture her, tie her up in a warehouse, and just send that information to all the people who want payback.
Let them fight over her.
Yeah, we could maybe
We could have a bidding war.
Bidder, yeah.
Yeah.
So she estimates that you can see her like doing some mental calculus. And you could obviously she's a mover and shaker. She's doing calculus on A, how much it's going to cost her to get the information, and B, how much she thinks you'll pay. Between the two, she thinks that the number she's looking for is about 2,000 New Yen.
Done.
Okay.
So you guys figure out how that's coming out of your money. And she will, when she has the information, she will get that to you.
Jack will pay it out of pocket. He'll give her half. He'll give her half up front too.
Is Jay Bruce running his thing on Friday nights?
He does things every night.
Oh, because Stream Elements keep spamming it. I'm like, why is it spamming it when I'm running my game? I don't really care. More Shadowrun content on the internet is good.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah, that was so. Alternus allowed me to spam the Runners Net Discord. I can probably also get a link to us here for a Friday night game.
Yeah, it's all right.
Get us the last 2 followers we need.
Yeah, we're small potatoes. It's okay. So what is the plan now? She stiffs you for the food bill, though there wasn't a whole lot to it because it's,
What's her name?
I'm not making up a name.
Okay, I will make one. Alicia Silverstone.
Felicia Silverstone?
Alicia.
No, it's Felicia.
Yeah, it's Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
I like Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
That's too close to fellatio.
No, it's not even close to fellatio.
One spelled with a PH and one spelled with an F, obviously.
Fellatio Silverstone. Oh shoot! I gotta keep my voice down. I'm gonna camp out with a bunch of teenagers.
There you go. I put it in chat. It's Felicia Silverstein.
Silverstein. Okay, that works. Felicia Silverstein.
Spelled with a PH. Just like the music group, Fish, PH.
Okay. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. No, that's spelled with a GH.
So,
CH, GH.
CH.
CH, GH.
What do we actually have for tracking her down, though?
You have nearly nothing for tracking her down. So are you headed back to Denver? Going to Seattle? Going to Houston? Where are you going?
I think we should go to the Arctic.
Excellent.
Arctic.
Do you have cold weather gear?
Antarctica.
Why not Uncle Arctica?
Because Antarctica
Because he's a drunk.
Yeah, Uncle Arctica is
Because
just
of what he did at the last family picnic, he's not persona non grata. I've said that twice now in one session.
Can Captain Cludge track her down?
Ooh, that's interesting.
His name is Captain Cludge, not Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, but he runs the
The Denver Matrix Hub, yeah.
and if she's using the Matrix in Denver, he should be able, since we have well, I guess we don't have the comlink she's using now, but
that, and if she's in a good chunk of Denver, there's a good chance that Jack's spirit would have found her, and it did not.
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the personnel files might have some.
I mean,
she's probably hanging out on one of those metal planes.
Wait, who was experimenting with it in the Antarctic?
I think it was as technology was doing something with that.
Yeah, as the information that you got was that they got the idea from. I'm trying to find the note on that one. The experiments that they were doing were opening portals to the metaplanes, and they came about that idea after stories describing as technology's research. Oops, I lost my spot. On an Antarctic rift started circulating years ago.
And the blimps that we fought, they looked like they were from As Technology. You think Vishala was working for As Technology?
Wait, the blimps look like they were from As Technology?
Where did you get that from?
I thought that's the little information we pulled from the one we captured.
No, as technology was running that secret facility that the blimp was at, but it wasn't. They didn't own the blimps.
Yeah, they had that whole neighborhood of sleeper agents.
yeah, we've run into S technology, or at least been led to believe we run into S technology on a few different runs now.
Yeah.
But they're always the good boogeyman.
Well, I mean, because blood mages.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with them.
It's As technology does not have the exclusive rights to blood mages.
No, but they are the most open about the fact that they use blood magic.
I mean, so they're honest. Isn't honesty a good policy? Ask Ski what my character is when I was observing in his games.
Yeah, As technology QA officer or something like that.
Yep. I had a little As Technology icon, and I was As Technology QC. Because I would observe the games and see what bugs showed up on the character sheet.
Yes.
I'm a fan of the bad guys. I also have an Empire sticker on the back of my truck, and a picture of an AT-AT shooting stick figures.
I mean, I have an Empire sticker and a Powered by the Dark Side sticker on my PC.
See? You're right there. Anyway, are you guys headed back to Denver?
I have a Decepticon symbol.
Are you headed back to Denver? I need to spring this trap on you. I mean, I need to know where you're going.
Yeah. Let's.
We're going back
Heading
to
back to
Denver.
Denver.
Okay.
The
So,
bison.
so are you bringing back anything fun?
Cocaine and hookers.
Nope, not allowed.
Kenny ordered a whole bunch of those fruity drinks, but they all come with their own souvenir cups, so now he has like 4 of them.
You got the fake bamboo
Nice.
cup with the face on it, and the fake coconut cup,
And the big, huge, long one that goes down to like your knees.
and then you got the one that looks like a woman's figure from the thighs to the neck.
Yeah,
Because that's probably still a thing.
a pair of things.
The one that has the little neck strap so you can carry it around with you.
Yep. And do you have the popcorn tin also?
Probably not.
Is that a thing in Vegas? It's like a thing on cruise ships and everywhere else. Disney.
The Garrett's popcorn comes in the popcorn tin, yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about tins, but like big plastic light up goofy thing.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of those last time I was in Vegas.
I haven't been to Vegas since I was too young to actually go in the casinos. But my parents took me to one of the shows, one of the adult shows. I had cool parents. I was also too young to really know what I was seeing, so it didn't matter. So you're back in Denver. What are you doing?
When will you actually get that personnel file?
I don't know. You probably get it in the next couple hours. I mean, let's see. You were nighttime. You were daytime. You probably were there for a day. Probably nighttime. Yes, the next morning. Yeah, probably sometime today. Would you like to know what was in the PCC record file?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. A smiley face emoji. No, her full name was Vishala Trotter.
Sounds German.
Most of the record has been deleted, which, as you would know, is not uncommon for up-and-coming influencers. She's obviously been working her way up the ranks quickly. There's a number of intersecting records that suggest that she's good at sabotaging the careers of competitors, using that to get ahead, which you probably noticed with the poor guy that got demoted due to her. She has no next of kin listed, and makes no unusual or regular visits to anyone in the record. Seemed to spend a lot of time working. Very driven, it seemed. Single, no children reported. She was investigated by the accounting division for potential misuse of funds, but after the investigator was demoted, the case was dropped. And that's all that is in what's left of her file.
Previous,
So,
no previous addresses or anything.
No, nothing useful. Again, most of it was torched. Again, normal, not because it's her. Basically, in the corporate world, if they can't find your history, they can't use it against you.
Okay.
So if you have as you rise up in power, you delete your history, right? It's a self-defense mechanism in the corporate world.
if we don't have much on her past, it's not likely we can use that to track her down.
Any family, blood relatives she's close to, or she was close to?
Nothing listed. No next of kin. No family.
Did she have any pets?
Not that's mentioned.
I was hoping we could track her down through her vet.
Through the unique diet that her rare Brazilian parrot needs, right?
Yeah, something like that.
She has a habit of undermining someone who's in her path. Do we know anyone that's in her path now?
You guys.
We were.
Yeah.
Are we still?
Are you dead yet?
We're
Well, I
not.
guess we just need to guide that he needs to keep his eyes peeled because she's coming for him.
Yeah, she's definitely coming for him.
Maybe rather than trying to find her, we should try and find a way to make her come to us.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, but
get in
she
there.
usually works through intermediaries.
Us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if intermediaries are coming after us, we might be able to trace back through them. I mean, we've got nothing now, right? Everything's gone cold.
Basically, you're hoping that if she comes after you again, that she makes a mistake, or that whoever comes after you makes a mistake.
Did was Nikki involved in this one?
Yeah, she was your fixer.
Okay, so she was the fixer because she's trying to find Visalis too because
No, she's hoping She's hoping you and Guide find Vishala so she can permanently come out of hiding.
What if we have? What if we rent like a motel under Nikki's name and see what happens?
Use Nikki as bait.
Yeah, except we don't actually use
good.
Nikki
I
as
mean,
bait.
I could cosmetically look like Nikki and dress like Nikki and be seen as Nikki because I have cosmetic control.
See what comes knocking.
Yeah, that's a really good plan, guys. So, does Nikki have an office?
No, she's been in hiding.
Yeah, that's why I said we rent a motel as Nikki. Just have you walk around in a couple public places, go back to the motel. The rest of us can be in a room across the way. When someone comes knocking, we take them out.
Absolutely. Let's set that up.
That poor pizza guy that you forgot you ordered pizza from.
I shoot the first person who knocks on that door through the door.
That poor pizza guy. So are you gonna check in with Guide first?
Sure.
Nope, we lost Kai. So
No, I'm still here.
So Guide, are you gonna let Guide know what all you found out?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Guide seems very pleased with what you've learned. He does like your idea of trying to draw out Vishala, and he will cover the costs of the no-tell motel. And
That's gonna cost a lot.
For a week. And he'll even reimburse you guys for a little extra for that time, regardless of what happens. So what we'll do is we will pause here, and we're going to call this mission done, and we'll see if something happens in the following week.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Is Guide paying up at this point, or is that later?
No, that's what's happening. He's paying you up now, and then he's gonna cover the costs for the following week and give you your we'll call it a stipend to basically pay for your services for this week to stay on the job. He's offering you an additional 2,500 each to just stake out, and in the case of Jack, pretend to be Nikki.
So
I get hazard pay.
No.
I thought every job we got paid hazard
That-
pay.
that
That's
is
why
the
we
pay.
paid so much.
He's actually gonna take care of Nikki, which is nice of him.
I mean, sure, I guess. Do we care?
I don't know.
I don't
do you?
think so.
I can't
I
speak for
mean-
you.
Is he gonna pay for the surgery to fix her hands? That's all I want to know.
There was this horrible. Look, her hands aren't in the picture. You can't blame the AI for that.
I know they're bad though. I can
There
just
was
look
this-
at it. I know.
there was this horrible-
gnarled,
this
crazy
awful-
fingers.
This awful weaving machine controlled by AI mangled her hand. For the viewers, the artwork for the character Nikki was made by Midjourney, the AI bot. And if you have not played with them, they have not figured out that hands should only have 4 fingers and a thumb. So if you have hands in the image, sometimes they don't have the right number of fingers. No, sometimes it's wrong. Usually they don't have the right number of fingers. So this is Nikki, and I don't have a blown up picture, but if you look closely, her eyes aren't quite right.
What about when the fingers have fingers?
Yeah, that's good times.
Oh, I did one
When
for
you-
Starfinder. For a Starfinder character, I was like, I want a Formian, which is an ant race, holding a sword, and it didn't. Or I said wielding a sword, and it didn't know what that meant, I guess. And it basically the fingers go from fingers to like dust, and I was like, this is not what I wanted, but it kind of looks like a nanosite, so I kept the art.
Nice.
When your
Yes.
failures are a success.
I see somewhere they had the left hand on the right side. The right
Oh,
hand
I've
on
seen
the
that
left
quite
side.
a bit, yes. And feet are the same way. You get feet that are backwards or have toes on the outside of the shoe. It's yeah, it can get weird.
Very surreal art.
And even more weird is I like when I tried to do the guy you guys fought what 2 weeks ago. Last week?
Surrealism. That's the art period you were looking for.
Yes. Well, that's the melting clocks. I love
Yeah.
surrealistic art. A current time period artist that I really like is Michael Cheval. I own several of his pieces that are really cool. Not originals because I couldn't afford originals, but they're really neat. They're one of them is it looks like Alice with a little puppet coming out, and then a more crude puppet coming out of it, and they're all marionettes controlling marionettes controlling marionettes. It's called Evolution.
What's the name of this mission?
This was called picking. No, that's picking up the pieces is the name of the file I was looking at. The Trail of Betrayal.
So 17.
Yes. What are you doing? Following along at home in the book?
No, I'm documenting. I'm putting it in my log.
He's our note taker.
He actually
Like-
logs stuff.
Yeah, actually, I have a Google sheet that I log all my missions on, and then it tallies my karma and expenditures. So, oh, now I forgot what the name was. Trail of Tears.
Now I need
Trail,
Say it again.
the Trail of Betrayal.
Yes, the Trail of Betrayal.
It's on the
Trail of Betrayal.
stream. You can see it on the stream.
Yes,
I feel like
Well,
the Trail
I'm-
of Tears was a little bit before 2081.
yes, it was a lot
Yeah,
before
well, I
2021,
know,
a
but
little bit.
and it was a lot less humorous than this mission was.
Trail. So one of the things that I've learned recently is throwing out a lot of random low connection contacts is kind of with weird stuff is kind of good for your runners because then it gives them options. Was that lady in Vegas something we could get?
Her no, just because I don't want to have to keep track of her. Actually, yeah, because she's a PCC person. She would.
Yeah.
I'll add her in there. Yeah. I mean, you did also
that's-
throw. You didn't question her overcharging you for the favor, so yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll add that in there.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like I have like what is the person who's a bug person, entomologist or whatever, and it actually surprisingly came in handy one mission. We needed a truckload of roaches.
I know what mission you're talking.
You needed, you needed a truck full of roaches.
We needed a truckload of roaches. It came in a bug person was very
Alright.
handy.
All right then.
So Silvio the bug guy.
Why would you ask why you need a truckload of roaches?
I didn't ask why. I was just questioning the need.
Because they were trying to attract a roach bug shaman.
Now,
because the flamethrower wasn't big enough.
Haven't you guys seen Men in Black where they stomp on the cockroaches to piss off the alien?
mechanically though, one flamethrower takes care of any number of roaches. You just have to use the fan attack, and it just hits everything. I learned how flamethrowers work because I bought one.
And eventually
Really?
we all get to learn how they work.
The flamethrowers have 3 different attack patterns you can use.
Oh, nobody died, so I don't get to give you any heat penalties. You know what? You guys didn't really do anything. I'm not gonna. I guess I'll do a heat roll, but I'm gonna do a minus on it because you didn't really do anything.
Everything we
already
did
have
was
minus
from
technically
Ken?
legal.
You did assault Bob in his apartment.
We
We
did.
had a couple.
I
feel
said
if we look at
technically
this-
legal.
Yeah.
No, that's not technically legal.
Actually, I think if we
He
look at
didn't
the
call.
heat table,
He wouldn't press charges.
couple negatives. Where's the heat table? Do we have a heat table in this lobby? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Rules.
If only we had a compendium.
Yeah. I mean, or CRB.
Also, technically, did we assault him because he wasn't aware of the one
Well,
attack?
it was entering under false pretense. You were not his guests.
We actually were invited.
You
in.
got no heat. Quit arguing with me. You're gonna argue yourself into heat. A vending machine spotted clutch.
Nemesis.
That one vending machine that doesn't move.
Dude, the last Shadowrun mission I ran, the vending machine became the MVP.
Oh,
No,
oh man, I missed that one.
there's a vending machine drone in double clutch, and I
Yeah.
had an AI at my table that
I-
can't interact outside of Matrix stuff, so they took over the vending machine. It was great.
I added that to one of the SRM lobbies that I built just because I think that vending machine, the Vendex or whatever, is
Vendex,
awesome.
Yeah.
I have given you your mission result. I liked this one because it was completely. You guys just had to entertain me to earn information. I basically had here's some information, here's who has it, and figure out how to divvy it out. And it worked out that in the beginning I thought there were only going to be 3 of you, so. So that is our stream for the week. We will see everybody next week, I hope. We are only 2 followers away, if you believe the numbers that I'm looking at currently. Sometimes it says 2, sometimes it says 3, from affiliate, and then we can make channel points, which will let you guys help me kill the runners or help the runners not die to my shenanigans. Either way, but obviously you want to help me. But yeah, hopefully we'll see everybody next week, and I am stopping the stream after I push this fun button right here. No, not the be right back, the stream over button. That's the one. See everybody next week. Bye.